Welcome to the Emsolation YouTube channel. Let me tell you about what's happening on the show today. First, you're going to notice that my co-host, Michael John Lucas, is extremely unhinged. And that is a turn of events for this show. I'm the calm one, which is both exciting and concerning. On the show, we discuss US politics. That's what's been keeping Michael up at night. Obviously, we're only 2.5 weeks out from the election, so there is a lot of things going on. Also, here at home, we talk about Lydia Thorpe's protest with Prince Charles in Parliament. It was quite incredible, and we're surprised at the media's response. We also talk about Agatha All Along, my current obsession, my whole personality, my reason for being. I've become a witch in training. I know some of you understand. Finally, us angry middle-aged women have a superhero, and we've been dying for it. And then in the sealed section, which we'll be giving you a little taste of, I do a hyperfixation deep dive into Andrew Garfield, because I feel like he's playing us all a bit, which I'm all for. I respect it. This is not a criticism, merely an autistic person studying patterns and making observations. Not judgments, observations. All of that is happening today. Thank you so much for being here. I'll do the thing and we'll start the show.
You're in Emsolation.
Clack.
Strap in, Australia. My co-host is unhinged, and I am not speaking about myself.
No.
Michael John Lucas has come in at a 12 out of 10. His left eye's twitching. His Harviana thongs are flick-flacking. He's had 4 hours.
Can't wear socks. Even my sockets are too restrictive at the moment.
Suck it!
Hi, gay.
You know, a Gen Z will execute you on the spot if you're in a socket.
know.
You get verbally torn to shreds.
know.
When I walk out in a socket, both of my daughters are like, "You're not going out in that, are you?"
I know.
They're
And
slut-shaming my sockets.
I get it. It looks disgusting, but also long socks are too hot for me, and they fall down.
Is it Freaky Friday? Are we Jamie Lee Curtis? And
I was saying that. I was lying awake in mild physical pain, hot as hell, doom scrolling, and I thought, I'm Em. It's happened. The transference.
whereas you arrived today, I'd had a staff-all
It was
meeting
stunning.
at Down the Hill Studios. We talked about whose roles were what and when, what our KPIs were mentioned.
Right.
I thought I was being punked. I'm still not sure.
He is unhinged and off chops, but usually that provides us with the greatest Michael Lucas experience. I enjoy it. Welcome to Emsolation. My name is Em Rossiano. I'm a writer, a singer, a stand-up comedian, a maximalist power queen, a neurodivergent magic brain, and a podcaster. And together with my best friend since I was 11, award-winning screenwriter, Mr. Michael Lucas, I bring you this podcast every week. Today on the show, we will be talking about US politics and how Donald Trump can dance for 39 minutes to Ave Maria, and that's just a Tuesday. We'll also be talking about Agatha All Along and how I have officially become a witch. And today I will attempt to win Michael over, as he does have a personal vendetta against the Marvel Universe, which we will delve into.
And horoscopes I struggle with, and I feel like you're bridging it all.
Oh, yeah. And in the sealed section, my special investigation hyperfixation on Andrew Garfield and my deep belief that he is secretly a fuckboy.
But do you say that with disdain or some respect?
Both. No judgment.
Yeah, okay, all right.
I respect the fast one he's pulling upon-st the world.
Oh!
I respect it. But let's get into...
I'm wearing these, but I can't actually hear anything through them.
Michael John Lucas can't hear. He's stopping us down.
I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
What?
Diva.
What was that Madonna bit where she's like, it is hot, I am hot. Can someone open a window? That's my favourite bit of diva.
That is you right now.
Yeah.
Why were you awake at 4 a.m.? What's going on?
I'm back at the gym. I overshot. I think it's fair to say that. I think it's last time I was properly committed to my gym regime, I was firmly in my 30s. Times have changed, but I attempted to go that hard.
So your first session back after your surgery, you've had how many weeks off
No, I've been working out at home.
Oh, okay, of course. You've been doing the yoga.
But finally I entered the realm of the incredible Northcote Aquatic Centre gym, which is a planet.
Are you trying to get a free membership?
Oh,
Sure.
I wasn't, but sure, if it comes my way.
So what did you do? Talk me through your session.
They've got this, I've got a whole lot of weights things that they have given me.
When you say you went too hard, what did you do?
It was more the cardio.
Oh.
You correctly identified this. They've got a machine there
I knew
now.
it,
And
I
when
knew
I
it.
say it's a step machine, I don't mean a Stairmaster. I mean, has anyone seen these things? Like it's like descending stairs that keep going, and it obliterates you.
Oh, yeah, the never-ending stairwell. My gym has it.
Stairwell.
I do side lunges on those things.
What?
So I stand on my side and I have it. It's not going too fast. And I put one foot on the top step and I let the descend, and then I quickly put the other one up, and then let it. So I'm doing like side lunges. It helps the top of your top of your glutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I did see my heart rate shoot way up over 160 within seconds.
That's the mistake people make. Too much cardio. It's all about, for us in our age, I hate to say it, but it's about resistance weight training. That's the key.
Well,
So you were sore.
I was sore.
Yes.
It was hot.
Oh,
I was
yes.
awake. And then I thought, let's just see how Sky News covers Lydia Thorpe.
We should talk about what's happened with Lydia Thorpe. Yeah, go. You'd set.
My basic response to the whole thing.
Explain. Do a reset.
You might have heard our monarch,
Why?
King
Why?
Charles.
That's my
is
first
here.
question. Why are we spending money on Prince Charles and Camilla being here?
Well,
Why?
because they are in our constitution as our monarchs.
So
they
what?
are our rulers.
And
And also, weren't we supposed to call her Queen Consort? Where did the consort go? I liked the consort because it sort of reminded you, remember the time when the tampon conversation? But now she's just Queen.
would Queen Tampon ease you?
I'd be open to it. Well, I mean, I don't want any queen unless it's either Madonna or Beyonce. We know that. But I'm just against the monarchy. Anyway, they're here. They're touring.
I
for about
refuse to
5.5
engage with it.
minutes.
I refuse to. Every time I see them, I'm just like, Elbow, there are 15 other things I could give you a list to be doing right now.
Yes.
It's like when Scott goes to the toilet when I'm getting Elio ready for kinder. I'm like, babe, he's the equivalent of Elbow inviting old mate here. Like, dude,
Hang on. Scott going to the toilet.
Scott goes to the toilet at 8:01 until 8:40.
Is the monarchy the shit in this situation?
No, the monarchy is Elbow.
Hang on.
No, Scott is Elbow and the monarchy is him, the toilet.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're right,
I
yeah.
was right. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, great.
yeah. It's like, Scott, instead of sitting on the toilet for the prime 40 minutes that Elio needs to be brushed, dressed, fed, he's in on the shitter while I'm trying to get myself ready for work and get Elio ready for kinder. I'll give you a fucking list. I'll get the same for Elbow.
That's an incredible analogy.
I just wanted to be annoyed at Scott for always being on the toilet in prime time. His toilet visits are always prime time. Oh, I got in trouble last night for talking about him on the podcast where he has no right of reply. Where is the lie?
Where is the light? Well, so what happened was there was they were sitting in Canberra at some event with all of Parliament, and Senator Lydia Thorpe, known, I mean, how would we sum her up? Basically, she's a firebrand.
Totally.
Anyway, obviously First Nations, and she yelled out, "You're not my king. You stole our land. You committed genocide. Our babies were killed, blah, blah, blah." And my response was,
Where is the lie?
Yeah, and all these people have come out. Oh my God, the endless things. If it wasn't the time or the place, is it? What is it helping?
When? If not
exactly.
then, when?
Yes. To which I say, well, if you wanted the polite process of maybe we could just spend all this time having a referendum about a bloody advisory committee, we could have gone with that. We did not. So what else are you supposed to do?
Exactly. Honestly, I saw her do that. And however you feel about Lydia Thorpe's politics and how she executes them.
Yes, and I do acknowledge she did campaign against said referendum, of which I'm so.
Sure, but as a First Nations woman, we listen to that point of view, right? We acknowledge it. Where this was truth to power in the most visceral and literal way. Say what you want about Lydia Thorpe, she fucking walks the talk.
Exactly.
She can go to her constituents and anyone who's part of her party and say, yeah, I believe what I'm saying to you all, and I'm going to get in the face of the king and let him know.
And also, since the trauma of the referendum, we've all just thought it's just out of sight, out of mind, out of sight. No one talks about it, and just quietly they do things like let's lower the age of criminal responsibility to 10.
Exactly.
And she has in one moment got not just Australia talking about it again, but the world, as they should.
Considering the current climate in so many countries that were and have and are being occupied, to see this kind of protest, it's inspiring and refreshing. And it's embarrassing that the media are shushing her. like, honestly, this is a moment in time where I'm proud that the US are reporting. Imagine being an Indigenous person in America or in any other country and seeing somebody stand up to power like that. I think it's incredible what she did. And the way it's being reported, the pearl clutching and the tie adjusting and all the respect. I'm like,
I know.
I think this was the perfect time and place.
Exactly. Well, covered that at 3 a.m. Glad I did. 4 coffees later, here we are.
Let's move to something much more soothing. Donald Trump.
Yeah.
US election is, 2.5 weeks away, roughly? Not even.
Do you want my current analysis in one sound?
I would love your current analysis.
That's it. It's a goat scream.
I don't know what I was expecting.
Not that.
That was just not it, but I am here for it.
But we could talk about this for many hours and we should.
You have fully spiraled into, it's bad, it's over. Like the unicorn.
I think actually a spiral is too elegant for what happened. It was more.
Are you okay? You're not okay.
It was a failed tumble turn. No, look.
The seahorse of hope.
I will try at some points to bring back the seahorse of hope, just because we could have some American voters here and I want them to still take this very seriously. But I would say that the unicorn of death has been standing firm for a long period of time. I'm glad. I'm glad that you have, because I'm glad that I have had this now. We still have 2 weeks to go. God help me. But I think it's good that you did.
Okay.
And you're right.
The thing that, I still believe Trump's going to be elected, but the thing that is destabilizing my rock steadiness on that is the polls, weirdly enough.
Yes.
Because they are so unreliable. And we learned this in 2016. Trump went in with a 9% chance of winning. That's it.
Yeah.
And ended up winning.
Yeah.
And the polls, again, reflected the opposite 4 years ago. So I think,
and 2022, the midterms, red wave.
and then they got smashed.
Yeah.
So I still think there's also a lot of undecideds, and I think this is a sprint now. And I think the other thing is clearly they're playing by two different rules, because if Kamala Harris danced to a track like Ave Maria or Hallelujah for 39 minutes, the campaign would be over. It'd be done.
Insane.
So she has to be absolutely perfect in every category, smile and wave, tick every box, be articulate, hit all the right topics. She has to show up in so many ways. She's the only nominee to have experience in all areas of governing, of lawmaking, of being a lawyer. So she's overqualified for the job. And he...
It's wild.
Oh, my God. So I think that's something we've all maybe forgotten, is they're just playing by two different sets of rules.
Yes.
So perhaps, because he is so good at playing the media, because his people are so good at grabbing the oxygen from the room, perhaps we are getting a distorted view of his lead.
I think there's a chance of that. And furthermore, the whole thing in America that's so hard to predict is it's not compulsory voting. Like when we do polls here, at least we know that everyone we're asking actually has to vote by law. Whereas over there... And in 2016, they drastically underestimated how many white working class people were going to show up. If the seahorse was to flutter a little,
It's okay.
I would think maybe they're underestimating post-abortion how many women are going to show up, like the kind of numbers. And certainly the early polling has the numbers are huge, and as always, they're always favouring Democrats. But I mean, that was to be expected.
But she's taken her foot off the pedal of reproductive rights, and I think she needs to go back onto it. That needs to be the insidious thing is obviously Elon Musk has thrown his considerable financial weight behind Trump, and he's not hiding the fact. This week, you sent me an article where you said America's gone. We've got to cut and run, take the divas in the musical theatre community.
Stand by it.
So what's he doing?
Apart from showing up at rallies and doing weird little jumps in the air, and apart from jacking up the Twitter algorithm so much that every time you log onto Twitter, you see 17 Elon tweets.
Pro-Trump tweets, yeah.
Yes. He's set up a little competition, whereas if you do some sort of pledge, you sign up to this list.
You sign his right to bear arms petition.
Yes.
Freedom of something. Wait, I wrote it down. Let me tell you exactly. Don't say that I'm not a well-researched podcast.
Oh, I never would.
Excuse me. It was the we don't need a smaller. Elon Musk found a micro-targeting. No, that's the other thing, disgusting thing he's doing. Oh, I didn't write it down. I thought I did. Petition in favour of free speech and the right to bear arms. That's what he's getting
And if
people
you
to
sign that, I mean, he can't say, give me evidence that you voted for Trump, but it's the next thing, basically. And if you sign that, he's saying, I'll give away $1 million a day to different voters every single day in Pennsylvania.
He's already given away.
Bribing. Yes. Oh.
Now, our friend Josh Shapiro has heavily encouraged lawmakers to investigate the legality of that, because when you sent that to me, I'm like, that
Can't be.
Yeah, instantly, that stinks of illegal. Can we bribe people to vote for a candidate that's going to financially benefit us?
It's insane.
Yes.
And also that is the thing. I mean, he's a billionaire and he's voting for someone who's obviously going to slash the taxes of billionaires. How? What?
Well, I mean, can we get the footage up of Elon with what's
I
his
love that you call him Elon.
Elon. I know I say it wrong. Tucker Carlson.
Yes.
Just look at. I mean, if you need any more proof, tell me you've seen this one of where he went on Tucker Carlson's TV show. I don't know. He's got some sort of chat show now because he got booted off everything else. And Elon talks about what'll happen to him if Trump loses. Have we got it?
If he loses, man, what?
If he loses, I'm
It does seem that way. You can't just be like, yo,
yeah, I'm like, how long do you think my prison sentence is going to be? Do you think? Will I see my children? I don't know.
Unhinged.
They're like Batman villains.
They are like Batman villains. It's terrifying. The whole thing is terrifying. Yet, just playing out very gently. Sure, we'll see what happens. Elon is also targeting communities of Muslim faith in Michigan.
That's right, yes. Oh, he's absolutely playing this one both ways, saying basically Trump will bring peace, so you've got to vote for Trump, don't vote for these warmongers. And then also advertising to Jewish voters in Pennsylvania saying Kamala will never stand by you. So literally...
Both posters opposing, they're doing postcode, they're narrowing right down, and they're just, one poster is completely contradicting the other about her. He's not okay. He's gripping the chair.
No. I mean, look...
Speak your truth, sis. What do you want to say? Speak your truth.
My great fear about it all is that, unfortunately, despite everything that Donald Trump is doing, despite how unhinged he is, they have successfully branded her as just basically the current administration, the continuation. And I fear that the worst, remember Hillary's deplorable comment? Actually, the deplorable comment was she was saying deplorables and then was actually going on to say, but there are plenty of reasonable people that vote for Trump and here's why. But that was lost in history. She said deplorables. I feel like the moment for Kamala was probably, of all places, on The View when they said, would you have done anything differently to Joe Biden? And she went, nothing springs to mind. And it's just been hammered. And when she came in, it was all exciting because we were like, she's the future. But actually, annoyingly, as appallingly as they've campaigned, I think they have sort of stuck to her. She's just a continuation of Biden, whether and be it inflation, be it supposed border chaos, be it war in Gaza, be it all of that sort of stuff. And unless I fear that if there isn't some sort of drastic delineation in these last dying days.
Or an October surprise. What could it be? Can we handle any more surprises? Traditionally, dating back to the early 60s, something has happened in October or early November that has completely thrown the election on its head. Speaking of Hillary Clinton and the leaked email stuff, it goes right back to Reagan.
Well, and also don't forget, even him and the Access Hollywood tape was also, that had multiple October surprises. October in 2016 was hectic.
Yes. So I'm scared, but I do think there's something big coming. I genuinely think his health is on rapid decline.
Oh, no question.
So I think
he fell asleep. He's really wilting.
Did you see that they've got his feet up on little risers so he doesn't tip forwards?
Oh.
So there's footage of him giving a speech yesterday and there's a wide shot and his feet are up on little wedges to prevent him from tipping over forwards. Literally, he's got two little foam pads under his feet and that is a sign of cognitive decline if you can't keep yourself upright and you topple forwards. So I think the amount of mounting pressure on him and the amount of appearances he has scheduled, this man is 78, although he did say, I'm not that close to 80.
Sure.
I'm 78. I do genuinely think perhaps the October-November surprise could be a major
Health
emergency
event.
for Trump, which would play well for Kamala. Because do we want JD Vance as the president? Nobody wants that. Not even Trump wants that. Nobody wants that.
I have emotionally now. I've been through the defeat. And weirdly, I came out of it. At first I was like, you know what? 2028. Clear the decks.
No.
And we're going to like...
If he gets in, he's going to wipe out minimum terms.
Totally. And then I hit a point of going, okay, no, actually, he gets in. Yeah, he destroys democracy. Also, Supreme Court, forget about it. Gay marriage will probably go. Also, Putin and Netanyahu, they'll get everything they want. And just for a light little chaser at the end, and in the long run, we'll never turn back climate change and everyone will die.
Wow. It's really not well. If it were me running the Harris campaign, and again, I just want to point out, I'm not supporting or endorsing any candidates in this podcast. It's not a race I have a dog in. And I do understand the extreme disillusionment, is that a word?
Yes.
That Generation Z are feeling in America, in that she is part of an administration that are committing war crimes, that are aiding and abetting a genocide. I accept that and know that. But speaking, just of all the things I've observed, and if I was part of the Harris campaign, right now I would throw all the fucking niceties out and go hard on him. I would go hard on reproductive rights, and I would be running the most negative, and it's not a stretch to find negatives about Trump, but she's still trying to play by the rules and she's still obsessed with appearing presidential. She's got to take her fucking shoes off, roll her sleeves off, give her rings to Wentz, and go in and bear fight him with her fists.
I hate to say it, but the bit that, like, the last bit I can remember of hers that cut through weirdly, and it didn't cut through to me, but it clearly got
The
some traction.
Glock in the gov box?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
You come in my house, you get shot. That's what she said.
Go hard.
And it just yeah. I mean, what they're going to hammer you no matter what.
Exactly.
And at the moment, they're hammering you for being too rehearsed, too on message, too much like Biden, too.
Her only message is, I'm not Trump. That's not enough. That is not. Why? Why aren't you Trump? Give it to us and go harder on the reproductive rights. You've got to go harder on that. She's not. She's pulled back on that. And it just feels like she's still trying to appear like she's the calm and reasonable one. That time has passed, girl. You got to be unreasonable. You got to get emotional. It's still too much like, it's still coming across like Hillary was coming across. That power suit, composure. No one's really going to vote for him. It's him. But it's happening. It's fucking happening. You got nothing to lose. You got 2.5 weeks.
We've had Lizzo, we've had Usher. Do you think Beyonce?
I already told you
don't think
Beyonce's
so?
not touching this campaign with a 10-foot pole. She also has her own issues going on with the FBI arresting her husband's best friend, who they have attended.
Well, it was Usher's best friend too.
Well, exactly. Anyway, take a deep breath.
I can't wait for your presidential campaign. I look forward.
Look, it's
like when I'm getting Elio to go to school and Scott takes a shit.
Look, I'll admit my metaphors need work. I just think at the moment it's hard not to be swallowed up with the chaos of the world and everything going on, and this election is just the top of
end times. It does feel like that.
It feels like
it
end
could be.
times because I'll be honest, neither candidate appeals to me. If I was in America, I'd be struggling. And not to say, and I know Chapel Roan got in trouble for saying both sides have issues, like they're the same. They're not the same, but
Oh God, no.
But still, it does feel like end times. It genuinely does, and we will be closely following end times and making witty quips about them in the hope of distracting ourselves and being able to sleep at night. Let's move on to fun topics. Agatha All Along has officially become my personality.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did notice something different about you today.
I've gone, witchy hair. I was going to wear a full witch's outfit
Yeah.
because there's only one place ADHDers can shop, Dangerfield. Every woman and AFAB
This is
listening
from
now.
Dangerfield.
I
Oh
know.
no, it's from JJ.
No, it's from JJ's. I do know that
Why is it friendly to the ADHD
it's
brain?
all amazing, bright, novelty themed clothing.
Okay.
These pants are from there. If you are ADHD, autistic, and you like me, dopamine dress, everybody at home's going, yeah. It's the only place left. It's the only place left for a woman like me to find clothing that gives me dopamine.
Okay.
Because everything is linen and white and beige.
Except online, but you can't try it on.
No, I can't try it on. Whereas if you walk into the massive, this isn't an ad for Dangerfield, by the way, either. But
Although
I'm not against it. So I went there and I was going to wear a witchy dress today, but then it's 29 degrees in Melbourne today, and I
really
just
hot
I
today.
can't do a witchy dress today because I feel like I'm perhaps as a perimenopausal woman entering my witchy era in the height of summer may not have been. But
You've mistimed it.
The heart wants what the heart wants, and the heart
does.
wants horoscopes and crystals.
Yeah.
And Agatha All Along. We had gay romance this week. We had 2 young boys falling in love, and you still are not watching.
I know, and I'm watching so many things. I don't know how I keep resisting.
I just feel like
It's my Marvel block. It is. I know.
this is the salve. Patty LuPone.
I know.
As a
I've
witch.
watched all of her promotion.
I made
I'm
you.
obsessed with it.
It's and she's so great. And Aubrey Plaza is Audrey. She's incredible.
Have you seen that they've hit a point with Patty at the moment where they're just getting interviewing her and they're just throwing names, just saying
Yeah.
good or shit. It's like Jennifer Lopez, good.
It's like Aretha, beautiful gowns.
Yeah.
But Patty's version.
Oh,
I
amazing.
wish someone would recreate the Aretha interview with Patty. Can you imagine? Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I know.
Who else did you? Nicki Minaj. Oh, imagine
She
Patty's
gives
take on Nicki.
no shit.
So Agatha All Along has just taken over my entire life. Every week the episodes are slightly getting a little bit longer. The boy from Heartstopper's accent is still extremely questionable.
He's trying to do American, is he?
Yes,
Oh,
and he's got such an English.
love.
Yeah, it's just busting through. But what we're going to do now is we're going to watch the mid-season trailer,
okay.
and I'm going to attempt to win you
Okay.
over. All right, here we go.
Do
okay.
your best.
The only danger to us in this trial is Agatha Harkness. I do not trust you.
You're so much like your mother.
Mom!
Feels like there's a story there.
Okay, stop. Aubrey and her.
I love it. Okay. that
Hot.
is-
Not yet.
Oh,
But the
sexual
vibes, the sexual tensione.
Is Aubrey his mother?
No. Wanda is his mother. Oh, shit. Spoiler
Wanda
alert.
Sykes? No, Wanda.
Wanda Sykes?
Yeah.
What did you say?
Yeah. Oh, Wanda as in WandaVision.
Yes.
Wanda Maximoff.
Wanda Sykes.
Wanda
That's a whole different show.
Good
That
one.
actually, I'd watch that.
Yeah.
Oh, Wanda as in one of the twins.
Olsen twins
Olsen
sisters,
twin
sister.
but not-
Elizabeth. Yeah. Elizabeth. Yeah. But the tension between Agatha. Oh, honey. Continue.
Fireworks! Get ready for spectacle!
In the end, all roads lead to me. Admit it. You prefer me. Horizontal? In a grave? This can end right here, right now. Will Agatha Harkness finally meet her end?
Agatha All Along. First 5
Where's
episodes.
Patty? Was she the curly haired one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah, no, yes, I'll try.
Oh.
Which trial? They have new outfits, new
Okay,
scenarios.
no, I know.
like-
All right.
So
I know, I
every
will.
week you get taken to a different point in time, and as soon as they walk through the door, the wigs and outfits change.
Oh,
and we're in
that alone.
the 70s. We're in
So
the
it's basically a reveal every single time.
honey. It is so good. And so obviously the full moon happened in Aries. The super full moon happened in Aries last week.
Obviously.
And it really explained everything in my life. And I'm all about horoscopes.
Is that
if
why
they-
I couldn't sleep?
Well, I'm all about horoscopes if they, if they're good, if they're relevant to me. Otherwise, I
Oh.
pain my mind.
Okay, all right, okay, sure.
But I know that I'm exceptionally sensitive to the phases of the moon because everything that moon was representing had happened. It was that big super moon in Aries was this huge explosion and convergence of your health, your relationships, your work, all building to this one big moment where you felt like everything was falling apart when in fact everything was just cracking open so that you could shed off the stuff that didn't serve you and move forward. I mean, and I really related to that.
Oh, is that why you're so organised
Yes.
today?
Today I manifested.
There's a moon crack.
I wrote down all the things I want to happen and I folded the manifestation.
That would be a terrifying document.
No, I wrote it down in my I carry around my dragon book and I
yeah.
wrote it all down, all the things I wanted to manifest. And when you manifest, Michael, you fold the paper towards you. So the things that you've manifested come towards you. Then the things you want, I wrote a list of the things I want to cast off. That was
Can
longer.
you just tell us a long, okay,
My
give us
cast off-
one item of each.
My cast off list, you fold away from
Okay.
you. You are encouraging the things you fold it away. But I will tell you that one of the things I did cast off was the curse, the hex that I was told someone close to me in my life had placed upon me 5 years ago. Gee, I wonder who that could be. And so I taken to wearing around my evil eye necklace. I'm going to go get an evil eye tattoo because honestly, the necklace gives me sensory issues. So I'm just going to get one tattooed on me. So
Oh, have you finished that one?
no, it's not finished yet. It's a bit scaly. But I need to get an evil eye permanently put on my body because then I can just hold it up whenever I need it. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I can dab with my
Family
evil eye.
dinners and the like.
It's exhausting. I'll just be walking around like this full time when I'm at my parents' house. So I've cast off the curse. So to the person who placed the curse upon to me, if you try and pull at it or enact it in any way, it's just going to reverberate into your life. So don't even bother. I've cast it off.
Oh, boom. Mic drop.
And then
Wand drop.
and then my manifesto. I mean, I don't have a wand. This is serious. And then the things I've manifested are I've just manifested the amplification of the things that I make to reach more people. That's what I'm manifesting, so that the roll-on effect of that. And
it's like a Facebook sponsored ad.
Yeah, and I want Elio to be okay at like primary school, and I want Odie to like find her way. Just things like that.
Oh,
Just
it's
things
good that the kid's got to look in.
The kid's got to look in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scott didn't, but he's fine. So yeah, just those kind of things. And then Elio's right on board. We went to God, we're just giving away so many plugs this week. We went to what's the name of it? Lombardi, the party people. Lombards. They have a whole Halloween section. It's this huge.
Yes.
We spent an hour in there and Elio selected a bunch of things because he's decided Chella's birthday will be a spooky themed birthday this week. So our whole dining table has been decorated.
He's decided.
He decided.
Did Chella appears to have already done a Halloween. Was her
Chella,
Jojo?
Siwa, Chella,
Yeah.
just that was one Halloween. The youth go to many.
They do.
She went, I helped her with her Jojo Siwa look.
It was spectacular.
It was so good.
And obviously Elio was impressed.
He loved
He
it.
participated
Yeah.
in his own way.
He got his own, but he's right into it. He's right into costumes and he's going to a birthday party this weekend. It's a fairy themed, but he's decided he's going to go as a dragon witch fairy, but he wants a costume change into a vampire. So I have to go to this birthday party with a full costume in bag. And when they ask me to leave, I'll be having to say, oh, no, sorry, I'm my child's dresser for the party.
Oh,
True.
I really hope halfway through the party you go, everyone, we are just now coming to our Act 1 finale. If we could enjoy that because we'll come back after interval.
That's exactly what's going to happen. So with the whole family, you're going to see the photos coming out from Thursday night, although I am having my hair extensions removed on Thursday as my MRI is to take place on Friday. So I don't know in terms of witchy looks what I'm going to pull off, but my hair extensions will be removed in 15 minutes on Thursday. And then I will host the spooky dinner party for Chella. Then Friday morning I have the MRI and then I will go in and get them sewn back into my head.
Thank you for tracking us. In fact, if you could provide that tracking online like Taylor Swift's jet, M's hair extensions tracker. Extensions off.
Today I'm going to the cardiologist, so don't worry. A lot of
Surely you can have your cardio tests with...
I checked. It's fine. The hair makes no difference.
Yeah.
But I have to say...
Obviously you do. Yes, you work out with the hair
Yeah, I just tie it back.
What happens if you want to go swim laps? Would that be annoying?
I haven't been able to swim because of my tattoo. So there hasn't been an issue yet. But I have to tell you...
You've got a good plunge pool.
It was clearly a gay who worked at the MRI. So the MRI place called to schedule the appointment. And I said... Then he's like, okay, great. Well, we'll see you on Friday. And I said, sorry, just one thing. I'm so sorry to ask. He said, yes. And I said, I have hair extensions. And he goes, oh, doll, okay, are they clip-in or are they sew-ins with metal clips? I said, oh, they're sew-ins. He's like, he goes, let me check. I'll call you back. Let me check because I don't want you to have to take them out. And so I just put the phone down and I said to Scott, gay. And then 5 minutes he calls back. He goes, Em, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to do this to you. I'm so sorry. Do you want me to change the appointment so we can make sure the hair extensions fit in? I'm like, I think the MRI is a little bit important, so I will work around you. So he was so cute and so kind, and he fought so hard for me to keep them in.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they're coming out.
Oh.
And I don't know if I'll allow any bald footage
They've
of me.
never looked more seamless
I know,
either.
they're so good. They're so good. I mean, they're hanging on for dear life. They're flapping now.
Are they?
Yeah.
But is that better for your scalp?
It is, but it's harder to hide.
Oh, is it?
You'll
catch a reflection every once in a while and you'll just see it.
Yeah.
Like that Britney performance.
Well, it's like seeing
When
behind.
she did Give Me More, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And they painted on the abs and she had the terrible hair extensions.
Easier to hide brown hair extensions than blonde.
Why?
Because brown roots, brown hair, brown clips. Whereas, they don't do it's hard to match blonde hair with
I get
all the stuff.
I see.
But it's kind of like, the inner workings of The Wizard of Oz when you see behind the mask and it's him just That's what under my hair looks like.
Wow.
Hair extensions like. My hair extensions started out looking like this, and then they're like this.
There's a morally ambiguous evil force on your scalp.
That's it for Emsolation, a regular episode. Coming up next in the sealed section, I've gone deep on Andrew Garfield. I have questions.
Investigation.
I have questions about this man because he just made the mistake of coming across a little too perfect for my liking. We'll investigate that and all that entails. He, of course, had the chicken shop situation with Amelia. He's done an Elmo video. He's promoting his new video. He's filling in for Florence at all sorts of events. He's just...
Modern Love podcast. Have you listened to that?
No, I listened to him on our favourite pod on Keep It.
Oh, I'll have to recount the Modern Love one.
Okay, we will do that next. That's all coming up. If you want to hear it, you have to be a subscriber. You should be. Emsolation Extra is such good value for money. You get 2 extra episodes a week. If you're an extra subscriber, you can watch the sealed section, and you'll want to this week because I have bought video proof. Thank you so much for being here. Now we will head off into the sealed section. Do you need a moment? Are you feeling better?
I'm good.
Okay, great.
It's Emsolation Extra.
Welcome to Emsolation Extra, the sealed section. Today, I will be laying before you my argument that I believe that Andrew Garfield is not just a sensitive leading man. I think he's a secret soft fuckboy.
Which you say with respect.
I say with no judgment.
Okay.
I say live and let live.
I do feel in these dark times he has emerged as a figure of open-hearted tenderness and some sort of figure of a straight man who's not afraid of emotion in any way.
Sure.
And that hence the world has seized upon him.
I advise everyone to err on the side of caution because I think he's love bombing us collectively at a time where we are at our most scared and horniest. I think he's picked that up, and I'm about to explain to you why. The man in question, Andrew Garfield. Obviously, I first kind of came to know him because of Spider-Man. You too?